So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again on this wonderful Friday, a day later. That's because you were gallivanting all around Paris. How was it, bro?
Paris. Oui. Monsieur Said. But yo, listen, man was in Paris, but I think I went to District 13, man. Yeah, I don't know if you watched that film, man, but listen, Paris ain't the Paris that I thought it was. Listen, it was a good time nevertheless, you know what I mean? You make it what you wish, but brother, listen, it is a war zone out there. I went into a battlefield, you know, like I genuinely come out of the airport and come out of the metro. I'm in Bastille. I thought, yeah, Bastille, historic area. Bro, AK-47 right in front of my face straight away. I'm like, what? What's going on here? Police are literally chasing, flipping protesters. Gas canisters are going everywhere. Cannons. It's all going off, mate. And I'm like, shit. My hotel is across the road. I'm thinking, how do I get there? And I literally, the guy was like, you have to just leg it and just go through and don't look back. I was like, damn, man, it is crazy, man, out there. Like we don't protest like they do. They are mad.
Oh, they're savage, bro. They don't ramp me. They just take over the whole. They end up getting the water guns out and all of that, don't they? The water tanks and just blitz them all in the end.
They put bins in front of them to kind of block the police from going past. I was like that, like what is going on? And then I spoke to one guy. I was like, yeah, he was like F Macron. Listen, that, look what he's doing to us. And I'm like, shit, man. But you know what it is? It's so bad here. Like all this, you know, it's so filthy, man. It's like the bins are all out on the streets. Because obviously the public, the bin men have obviously abandoned their jobs and be like, you know what, we're protesting as well. So it's like, you know what, you're thinking to yourself, bloody hell, man, like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
I went to Paris about 10 years ago, man. Yeah, and the bird I was with at the time, we're taking the kid to Disneyland, but it's not actually in Paris. Yeah, it's 20 miles north of Paris. Yeah, but they dress it up as Paris to make more money. Yeah, charge double the price. So we drove the car, and she said to me, she goes, "Whatever we do not end up in Paris town centre." Yeah, so I'm just driving along. Next thing, the Stade de France is there. We have a massive big argument. Pull down this little side street. Yeah, and I'd say, "Well, you drive then." So I get out of the car. Bro, I swear to God, there must have been about 100 lads, all on push bikes, chasing us up the road. I was like, that was 10 years ago. Like, bro, the place is disgusting. I can't lie. Like, when you see it on TV, it looks amazing. You got the Eiffel Tower. Like, that looks sick when it was all lit up.
Yeah, of course.
It looks amazing. But, bro, the reality is you get there and it is an absolute ghetto. Yeah, and and it's a rip-off as well. It's so expensive.
Oh, my God. Bro, I paid 10 euros because I forgot my toothpaste. I paid 10 euros for toothpaste. Bro, the food is expensive. Like, you go to a simple restaurant, you're paying at least 50 euros from the get-go. And that's not even a sizable meal. It's just a little, you know, mate, it is ridiculous, man. And also, the traveling is a joke, man. Like, you have to literally, you're doing more traveling than you're actually in places. Like, I thought, like, it'd be like, you know, like Barcelona, Las Ramblas, you got everything close. This one over there, the Arc de Triomphe is about 20 minutes that way. If you want to go down there, it's 20 minutes that way. And I'm just like, damn, man, like, why can't everyone just be so close? So, you know what, man? I made the best of it, but at the same time, bro, if you're gonna go there, people, make sure you got enough money because you can't be broke in Paris. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be broke in Paris. No way.
Nah, mate, crazy. It's mad. It makes me appreciate living in Spain, bro. Yeah, I'm going for lunch in Marbella in a bit. After this, I'm going for lunch in Marbs, bro. Yeah, and trust me, it will not cost 50 euros in some cheap little place. It'll be about 20, like, and that'll be for two people. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's so cheap out here, man. Unless you go to the more exclusive like restaurants and bars and that. Like,
I just thought little tick list for Paris. Let me see what he's saying for a couple of days. I thought, you know what? It's cheap getting there in terms of thinking, but then when you go there, you're like, damn, man, and it's like it's so like savage. The tension over there is crazy. Nobody's really happy because obviously the country ain't happy anyway. And I'm just like, bro, like, shit, man. Like, I thought it was going to be better than that, but it wasn't. And I was like, damn, man. I'm going to have to see what Germany's saying next, man. Because I've been Spain, France, and now let's see what Germany's saying.
About Germany, my parents have been to Germany on their motorbikes quite a lot, yeah. Frankfurt train station, avoid like the plague. Yeah.
Oh.
Avoid Frankfurt train station. Yeah, bro, there will be gypsies there holding a baby. Yeah, and they're passing the baby around, taking it in turns, and you'll be sat in McDonald's. Like my mum and dad were sat in McDonald's, yeah, right? And they're just and they're coming up and trying to nick in your food. Like they're trying to nick your chips and that, but they're holding the baby. Yeah. And then like 20 minutes later, the baby will be passed to somebody else and they're coming in and trying to nick your food. Like my old man, he was going nuts. But like he said, everywhere else he went in Germany, they've been all over Germany. Yeah. He said Munich was insane, mate. Munich is the cleanest city he's ever been to. So it's absolutely quality. And but yeah, Frankfurt station. Out of all the places they were in Germany, they were like, stay well away from Frankfurt, mate. Now, apparently, it's the biggest train station in Germany, or one of the biggest in Europe as well. But yeah, stay well away from that, mate. You'll get robbed of your food,
man. Yeah, I must stay away from that. Yo, listen, Frankfurt, sorry, mate, we ain't coming there. I'll tell you that.
No, it's mad. Yeah, come on. Big up to everyone inside, man. There's 400 people in it. Sub to Sage's channel. The link is in the title. My second channel is pinned comment. There'll be another video out on that later. So make sure you check out the videos on there. I didn't watch the England game. I don't know if you watched it. But...
Look, I don't watch international football, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've watched that much football, Lee. I've actually just wanted to just relax. Like I'm not bothered about watching international football.
That's why I've been uploading and not streaming. This is the first stream I've done since Tuesday. Yeah, I've just been
there you go then.
Videos. Just so I can chill.
Yeah, man, you might as well, man.
Bro. I've been sat on my patio chilling.
Lee's in the mud, apparently. Lee's in the mud. He's masked in the mud.
Like, what can I do, man?
But you know what it is, though? Like, I don't know. I just think for me, international football is one of them where you can't take it seriously until you get to the World Cup or Euros, man. That's when I'll pay attention. But all these qualifiers, like Portugal playing Liechtenstein and all this and that, like, I'm not here for this, man. And obviously, England, they won yesterday. Harry Kane, biggest ever goal scorer. But I'm not going to lie to you, man. Like, is it an achievement to be England's like highest goal scorer when, again, you've not won anything? Again, it's like, it's one of them situations where it's a good title. He's got a lot of good titles, you know, Harry Kane. He's literally England's biggest or ever goal scorer. And he could be Premier League's ever goal scorer, but he'll probably never win a trophy. And that's actually madness, you know, when you actually deep it, like, you know, this guy needs to win. He ain't got long left, you know, man. Like, he needs to go and win, Lee, man. Like, it's all good, well and done.
He's already broken Tottenham's record. He's broken the England record. He'll break Shearer's record. He's probably got about 4 years left. He's 30 years old, I think. So he's got about 4 years left. But the thing is, you're right. He needs to win trophies. It's all well and good, like stat padding goals against Albania and Liechtenstein and teams like that. But ultimately, when it mattered, he ballooned his penalty straight over the bar. Yeah, the guy's a serial loser. I like him. He's a top footballer. But mentality-wise, he ain't got it, bro. Yeah, which is why he's still at Tottenham. If he really wanted to win something, he would have forced to move out of there years ago. Yeah, and the people say, yeah, but you can't just force it. Well, you can, because if he sits at home and says, I'm not coming to training, I want to leave, Daniel Levy's going to go, well, we're going to fine you wages every time you don't turn up. Yeah, cool. You're only finding me money that was due to me. You've already paid me millions. I can sit on my millions. All the money you're due to pay me, you're not going to pay me. Cool, well, I ain't coming in then. Yeah, and eventually the club would go, he's a big asset. He ain't gonna back down. We'll have to get rid of him.
Yeah.
As much as he signs new deals every couple of years, the guy's a loser, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, as much as no player is bigger than Tottenham, it's Harry Kane. Like one of them where you're like, yo, if Tottenham lose, if Harry Kane went on strike here, I don't think Daniel Levy would do much about it. Honestly, he'd find a way for him to support Harry Kane. If it was any other player, they'd be like, yeah, listen, you're banned, you're not coming back. But Harry Kane could have literally tried it, but he never, because of out of respect for Tottenham, and obviously he's a local lad and whatnot. But even though he came from the Arsenal Academy, so for me, this has got to be a summer where he's got to move out, especially when the club's in disarray. Conte's going, it's all a madness now. Now go and do the last bit of your career. It's almost shouting out for you. If you literally go now, you're Premier League highest goal scorer, England's highest goal scorer, but you actually win the Premier League or something, or you win trophies, that's when you're going to be like, you know what? I can look at Harry Kane differently now. Even though I think he's still a world-class striker and he deserves respect, but you can look at him a bit differently. Like, you know what? He's got a couple of Premier Leagues in there. Fair play. But now you're like, well, I'm not bothered. Like, Wayne Rooney is still Wayne Rooney. I don't care. I'm looking at Wayne Rooney and I think, you know what? He's still done more than Harry Kane in his England career. You know, when you look at that 2000 and was it 2004? Wayne Rooney. I'll take that, me, still, over Harry Kane's career of what he's done in big moments for England. I'll stick to that, me, man. So
yeah, it's mad,
I
man.
don't
But
know,
the thing is, the mentality of English managers is always pick their favourite players. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
All the way back to Terry Venables, Glenn Hoddle, all of these other managers that we've had. They always pick their favourites. Bro, Harry Maguire started last night. Like, why?
Yeah.
You don't even start for Man United. Yeah, like Ben White, as much as like Ben White for me has been the best right back in the league this season. Him and Trippier have probably been the best too, yeah. But he's not in the squad. Why? You're picking players based on
I don't understand that as well, you know.
He said when he got the job, he's going to pick players based on performances. Well, Calvin Phillips has played 50 minutes of football this season. Like, why is he in the biggest squad?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Calvin Phillips. There's a couple more in there. Obviously, you said Harry Maguire in there. There's so many players in that squad. I'm thinking, hold on a minute. You've not played for your team. But this is what I'm trying to say. This is why I can't take international football seriously. You don't expect them to play. And well, he plays well in the system. Listen, but what has Southgate shown us that we can say, right, he's won something and be like, right, fair enough. Then they're playing for that. It's just favourites, isn't it? And that's what he's doing. He likes his little favourites. He likes people that abide by what he says. The Mason Mounts, all them lot. And then everyone else is like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm not really fancying him. So international football is just like, it's the same old, man. It's so safe. I'm just like, I can't be arsed, man.
Yeah, when you watch Premier League week in, week out, man, even if it ain't your team playing, there's always great games, isn't there? Like, and it's fast tempo, it's quick, it's all action. Then you watch international and it's like somebody's put it in reverse. It's like super slow motion, boring. And it's like, do you know what makes me laugh? I've said this before, right? We have the fastest league in the world in terms of play. We're 100 mile an hour, boom, 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 boom. Why don't we do that when we play internationals? Because if we was to play 100 mile an hour, quick, boom, boom, pace and power, we'd dominate most of these teams. Like, when it comes to the big tournaments, we'd blow half of them away. Instead of trying this slow international keep ball crap, just batter teams, man. Go for it.
You know what it is though as well. You got to remember Southgate when it comes to the critical moments, he bottles it though. You know what I mean? And this is the problem. He has that. He kind of makes sure the players like, oh yeah, you know what, you're gonna play in this gear, and we're not gonna go in full gear. This is the problem with Southgate. Like, he's holding certain players back. He's not playing certain players in their better positions. You know what I mean? And he's so kind of safety first rather than going at players. If you actually go and play the Madisons, the Grealishes every week, and then you actually go at these players, like, we can blow so many teams away. But again, Southgate is like, you know what, 5 at the back. You know what, defensive minded first. Phillips and Rice, let's stick them in there, and it's almost 7 at the back. Like, bro, like, go and actually destroy these teams, because we've actually got quality players, but it's the manager getting them together, gelling them together, creating a cohesion, creating a kind of a chemistry within the team. And he's not doing that. He's rather like, you know what, as long as we don't get battered and then we get a little couple of goals here and there. That's what his mindset is, man. So I'm just like, as soon as Southgate goes, that's when I can take England seriously, man. You know what I mean? Until then, man, I just can't be arsed with this manager, man. I really don't. He's got no tactics at all. He doesn't.
Yeah, 100% agree, man. Yeah, Calvin Phillips played 90 minutes yesterday. I've just looked how many minutes he's played for Man City this season, and he's played 344. But he played 90 for England last night. How does that work?
My God.
How is that even possible? Like,
again, it's favourite.
You're not getting picked based off of merit. You're getting picked based off of your Calvin Phillips, and you play for Man City. Yeah, it's wrong, man. And this is why England will never go far. Like, we've had all different types of managers. Sven, we've had Capello, we've had Venables, we've had all these different styles of managers and this and that. And what's the one common? England don't win anything. It's perfect for Harry Kane. It's perfect for him. Somebody put a comment in saying he's bottled everything. He's even bottled leaving Tottenham.
he's got to, honestly, man. He's got to, like, he's got to leave, man. 100%.
Look at that. Subbed off Phil Foden for Gallagher. Why is Gallagher even in the squad?
Again, Gallagher. What has
he done at Chelsea this season?
He's hardly played for Chelsea again. It's one of them where these sort of players keep cropping up when there's certain players in that play for England. They're not getting picked week in, week out. Like, did Madison even come off the bench? I bet he never came off the bench. I didn't even watch the game, but did he have to come? There you go. So there you go. Exactly. So this is what I mean, man. I just feel like Southgate, he loves his hard-working players. He loves players that can play in his system, and you know what, we're going to be protecting the back four, and everything's going to be rigid and whatnot. Even, exactly. Shaw got sent off and now he can't play. Shout out to Shaw, man.
On purpose, man. Yeah,
bro.
Ten Hag was on the phone saying, just get a red card, mate, and come back.
So now it's only really, I think, Harry Maguire that's in the England squad that is playing for England. You know what I mean?
So Foden got subbed on and then he got subbed off. Nah, this manager's a joke.
Yeah, because that was a clown, when the red card happened, yeah.
That's
a joke, man.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, listen, I don't know if it's 2 games left, but fair play to Shaw, man. He said, I want a week off, so little free. He seen Rashford in New York and was like, yo, listen, I need to join you in New York, you know, like, I don't know whether if I want to be here or not. Like, it's become a little bit of a chore, man. How many players are dropping out, man? Like, you know, international football, like, it's just like, players are going to look at international football and think, you know what? Yeah, it's all well and good, but you know what? If we're not serious, then why should I be serious? If we're not having a team and having a proper manager, then why should I be serious, man? So I think players are just feeling like that. Is
this true? So Foden went on and then came off 2 minutes later?
Yeah.
Is that for real? Or you're on a wind up?
Bro, it would have surprised me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He subbed Foden on and then subbed him off.
Yeah. Because of the red card, I think, maybe.
After 2 minutes. No, you've got to be on a wind up, surely. Let me go through this timeline real quick. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's
absolutely
Phil Foden
crazy, came on the 69th minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Grealish. He took Grealish off on the 69th minute for Foden, yeah? And then he subbed him off. That's mad. He then subbed him off. Where is it? There it is.
Now.
He subbed him off 12 minutes later. Oh my days.
Wow.
If I'm Phil Foden, I'm saying to him, bollocks, I ain't playing for you again.
There you go.
He plays for Man City. Exactly. He gets in the team week in, week out. He scores goals. He creates goals. He's a fantastic player. Probably one of the most gifted in the squad. And you bring me on for 12 minutes. Nah, man. You bring me on and then take me off.
Yeah. And he was the one that was meant to be fresh. So you think you've got a player who's fresh and can be running up and down that game, and then you take him off. Like I said, man, Southgate for me, like what credibility has he got? He was a yes man for the FA. He's he's just one of them. Like Southgate will be Southgate. I don't think we'll ever win with Southgate. How he's not being sacked yet or been told right now we're moving on. But again, can England? What can England do? Who can they go and get? That's the problem. I don't think they've got the ambition to go and get a top manager. They haven't.
No, they ain't.
Simple as that,
yes man.
They want a yes man. They want a guy. There you go. Project. He's a project player. He's a guy. If you look at him in the training, he makes everyone okay. He's a nice guy. Ultimately, nice guys don't win, Lee. That's what they say, right?
We need nice a Jose or a Simeone, some horrible little one that's going to go in there and just
Jose Mourinho would do well in that job. Jose Mourinho, if he says to Roma, right, I've done it here. Say he wins the Europa League with Roma and they come wherever they come. He's like, you know what? 2 trophies in 2 years. I'm happy with that. I'll leave after this. He'll look at that and think, you know what? Let's take this England job. But again, he's getting to Euro 2024. And I bet you'll get in the semi-finals and then we'll probably have an open top bus parade. And then he'll be like, you know what? Go on, Gareth. Do you fancy till 2026? Yeah, go on then. I'll take it. Because he ain't going to get another job. Where's he going to get another job? Gareth Southgate. He ain't getting no other job.
Tottenham, maybe.
As simple as that.
They're serial losers as well. So maybe he'll fit in a ton. This comment's made me laugh, yeah? All you fans are jealousy. Yeah, I think you mean jealous, mate, of Harry Kane loyalty. You want him, but you can't get him. You dream of such a player at your club. Mate, I've seen Thierry Henry at my football club. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Wayne Rooney, I've seen loads.
What are you chatting about?
I don't dream, mate.
Yeah, we support Arsenal and Man United, mate. We've seen some of the greatest footballers ever to have graced English football, mate. And you're talking about Harry Kane. I get in the bin. You can keep your Harry Kane. Yeah, make sure you book your go-karting tickets.
You know what's crazy?
Has he booked for Beyonce yet? Come on, what's going on here?
Beyonce is
BS. This is the kind of losers we deal with now, mate. Yeah, the trophy argument is BS. When you want to buy a player, you don't ever say he's never won a trophy. Example is Vardiel. Hypocrites, mate. How old is Vardiel?
20, 21.
There you go.
20, 21.
There you go. And I'm telling you right now, that guy will end up at Bayern Munich. Yeah, and when he ends up at Bayern Munich, he's winning everything. And in 3 years' time, he'll have 3 league titles, he'll have 3 cups, and he'll have a Champions League. Yeah, Harry Kane has been in the game for 12 or 13 seasons now, roughly. Yeah, from loans and all of that. And he's won nothing. So when you do go and sign a player, look at Arsenal when they signed Jorginho, or when they signed Jesus, or when they signed Zinchenko. They bring a wealth of experience and knowledge on how to win trophies. Yeah. So you do, if you want to elevate yourself as a football club that wins nothing, you need to go and attract players that win stuff.
Yep, yes, 100%. And you know, the thing is, we're not saying, you know what I mean? We're just kind of telling him, yo, you need to go and make sure you win some trophies. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Harry Kane will be remembered as a top striker for the Premier League. But at the same time, there's other people that deserve more respect. You know what I mean? Like trophies, bring your trophies to the table. It's all good and well saying, oh, I won the most goals for this. Like, bro, when you tell people your history and legacy, you need to let them know that, yo, you won some trophies, man. So in the day, we want what's best for his career. We're not trying to bash him. We're trying to give him advice here. And it's advice that he'd probably know, you know what, fair play. I do need to win some trophies. But it's his mindset. I don't know what he wants.
Does he want to Harry Kane goes? Because he ain't coming to Arsenal. I couldn't care less. Like, I'd love him at Arsenal. Of course I would. He's a top player. But at the end of the day, he's staying at Tottenham because nobody's going to pay 100 million quid for him. So he's going to stay at Tottenham. And when he gets to the end of his career, he's going to sit down and go, well, I'm England's top goal scorer, Spurs top scorer, Premier League top scorer. And his grandchildren will say to him, yeah, but granddad, what did you win? Oh, no, I didn't win anything. Well, you didn't win any trophies. You played for 20 years. You didn't win any trophies, granddad. Like, come on, mate, it's mad. It's tough. Listen, big up everyone inside, man. Over 600 in here, man. Watching Van Nistelrooy every week, and this guy thinks Kane is desired. You know what I'm saying? It's mad, isn't it? Watching Giggsy and all of these players as well, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a little bit of fucking respect here to Arsenal and Man United's ex-players, yeah? Let's not forget Kane had the chance to level England versus France, and he bottled it exactly.
Well, there you go.
That ball's still orbiting in space.
Mate, I don't know where it is, man. They're still looking for it. But again, when it matters the most, he's not been there, man. So I just look at all these little things. And I bet you there'll be someone that breaks Harry Kane's record anyway, because that England record is a joke anyway. It's only, 50 odd goals, man? Someone will break that. The amount of games that he's not played, the amount of meaningless Euro Nations. You got to remember, I don't think Wayne really played Euro Nations and all them games. So, of course, he's going to get more games like that. So, for me, listen, he can win that. Well, and someone else will win it because, football's going that way now.
Mate, there was Erling Haaland stat padding goals in the Premier League. I'm sure there will be another Erling Haaland that's English come along at some point.
There you go, exactly. So for me, I just look at that competition, the amount of friendlies that's been played, the amount of meaningless games. I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Listen, man, it don't move me, man. England's goal scoring, it don't move me.
53 goals. Yeah, mate. All you got to do is play against San Marino, Gibraltar, like Liechtenstein. Play Albania a couple of times, and job done, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. No disrespect, but that's what it is. Like, if that's an achievement, fair play. But I'm just like, you know what? Come on, man. We need to see the trophies at the end of it. That's what we need to see.
Yeah,
that's what
talking of trophies. That moves me on perfectly. A seamless link. I sat there last night, and I see breaking news from Fabrizio Romano that Julian Nagelsmann, the hipsters manager, youngster, hipster, oh yes, he's great, was about to be sacked. So I put a post out on Instagram saying, how dare they? They're so toxic and negative. They're 1 point off of Bayern. They're in the quarterfinals of the cup in their league, and they're in the quarterfinals of the Champions. Why would they sack him? They've already had 15 managers in 19 years. It's disgusting. It's a project. It's a process. And then literally by the time I press send, somebody sent me the article saying he'd been sacked and Tuchel's the manager. And I'm like, do you know what though? I want to say, this is why Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are elite. Because it is unacceptable that you are 1 point behind Borussia Dortmund with about 10 games to go. It is unacceptable. We're here to dominate. We have to win the league. Don't care what you did last year. Don't care whether you're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and the Cup. Don't care. We're winning the league. As it stands right now, we're 1 point off the title. You're sacked. See you later. Now, Tuchel's going to go in there and he's going to win 2 of them 3 cups. I guarantee it.
Champions League. Bro. I'm telling you, Champions League now, they're the new favourites. You know what I mean? When you look at what Tuchel did with Chelsea when he came in, obviously he came in at January time. Did he come in at January time-ish? And then they won the Champions League straight away in the first year. Bro, they know what they're doing. They're going to play the wing-back system with Davies and Cancelo, 3 at the back. And I'm telling you now, Man City, beware, man. Tuchel's coming to do yous again. I don't think Man City fans wanted to hear that. But you know what's crazy, Lee, is that he didn't find out through the club. He just found out through social media. Imagine that, like your job's gone and it's gone through social media, and you're like, what? What's going on
Bro,
here?
that football club is a proper football club, though, mate. Yeah, it's
proper, man.
fan-owned, 51%. They have proper board of directors.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all legends of the club. Yeah, like what's the guy's name? Oh, it's fucking gone. But they're legends of the football club. Oliver Kahn, that's who I was on about. Oliver Kahn,
yeah. Who's as well. Yeah.
All elite, yeah. And their whole mindset of that football club, we win the league every year. And if you don't win the league, or you're not at the top of the league, you're sacked. Yeah, he could have been sacked 3 weeks ago when they were second. Could have been sacked 5 weeks ago when they were second. Yeah, they then got to the top. He's now back down to second because they lost to Leverkusen at the weekend. Apparently, shocking performance. I don't watch Bundesliga; it's crap, but it was a shocking performance. Apparently, right?
Yep.
So they've sat there and decided to call an emergency meeting and sack him with 10 games to go, bro. If I was to sit here, if Arsenal dropped a few points and ended up sitting in second with 10 games to go, right? I'll give you an example. When Arsenal lost to Man City the other week, and we were second for that 1 week, that's like everyone at Arsenal saying, right, sack him. But if I was to sit there and say, sack him, he's second, no, you're toxic. It's a process. Blah, blah, blah. If that's at Bayern Munich, you're getting sacked.
But that's the difference, though, between
managers in 19 years. 16. Real Madrid have had 17 and Chelsea have had 16. Them three clubs are the most successful football clubs on the planet. Yeah, in the last 20 years. Look how many managers they've had. It's almost like they understand the aim of the game, bro. Like the aim of elite sport is to keep winning. And if you ain't doing it, you're sacked.
Fact. You know what's crazy as well, yeah? You got to remember, that's the difference between a club that's maybe a project and a club that's just elite mentality. Like, they are just there to win. Like, they're not there to mess around and waste time. And you know what? It looks fancy. We've got the best young talent in the world. We've got the best this and that. You know, nah, mate, we're not. And this is what's kind of baffling. Like, why didn't you sack him when they lost to, I think it was Bayern Leverkusen? Why not? They must have thought, you know what? We can't allow this to happen. Let's do it now. Right now. Bring in. And then also bring in Tuchel straight away. Look how fast they're doing this. Literally, like, you know what? Let's get one winner from one guy is not doing well to now let's go and get a winner. Boom. We want to win this Champions League. And you know what? They're probably right, you know. This is the best time that any club is going to win the Champions League because there's not a clear favourite. Napoli obviously are in there. Real Madrid heritage. But there's no kind of outright, wow, they scare me. Like, there's not. And this is why he's like, you know what? Let's pull the plug. Let's go and get Thomas Tuchel. He said yes. And now, if they win Man City, they could be clear favourites, man. You know what I mean? And what? So, geez, man. I just think for me, that's what the ruthless nature of football is, man.
And it's the perfect time to sack him for the league as well, because they're sitting there thinking, it's not been a great season. We keep losing games that we should win. We're still up there in the mix. But if we get rid of him, we could be favourites for the Champions League, like you said. And we could win the league if we bring Tuchel in. So now it could be a double. And all of a sudden, it could be a great season. Yeah, it could go from winning nothing under Nagelsmann, or maybe potentially winning something under Nagelsmann, or we go and get Thomas Tuchel and we guarantee we're going to win something because he's winning one of them three, two of them three, maybe all three. Yeah, he'll probably win the cup and he'll probably win the league. Yeah, he might not win the Champions League. I don't know, but can you imagine if he does a treble? Bro, and everything's vindicated, and no fan can be like, you know what? Well, why did you sack? And you know what's crazy? Yeah, I always look at these kind of teams. Yeah, they don't have this kind of feeling of sentiment towards managers. They're just like, okay, we're getting a new top manager. Okay, cool. Yeah, because they don't see a manager as they just see him as a paid employee. They don't see any emotional attachment, whether they're an ex-player of that football club or not. Yeah, they will sack you. Like, look when Hansi Flick was there. Hansi Flick was there. He won the treble and then said, "I'm leaving." Because he knew if he didn't do that again next season, he's gone. Like, he was gone, see you later. He was like, listen, I want to protect my name. Yeah, it's true. He wanted to protect his name. He's like, yo, listen, man, I don't think I can do this, man. You get me? Like, let me see if I can do this. This comment's spot on there. Hello, Madrid. Yeah, big Madrid and Munich, and why Arsenal smashed the stadium down to compete with them. But now we're doing this whole process and project. And if you speak out of turn against the manager or the players or anyone at the club, and you're on the different page, you're seen as negative and toxic and anti-project, anti-process. Mate, I don't care about any process other than winning. That's it. That's and these two football clubs embody everything that football should be about. Yeah, Real Madrid, Ancelotti sat in a press conference the other day. I watch a lot of Madrid, right? He sat in a press conference the other day, after it was after the Barcelona game. I think it was that night or the day after. He did a press conference. They lost 2-1 in stoppage time, right? So they're 12 points behind now. They asked him, the journalist asked him, "Are you worried that they haven't renewed your contract for next season?" He said, "Well, I'd love to stay here for another 3 years. I love the club in my heart and blah, blah, blah." He goes, "But if I'm only here for 3 more months, it's Real Madrid. You have to get on with it."
Real Madrid.
This is the Real Madrid manager, bro, that's sitting there saying, "Yo, if I'm not here in 3 months, I'm not in 3 months. This is Real Madrid." Yeah, he gets it.
Mm-hmm. Facts. You know what's crazy? Was he there before and then he got sacked, or did he actually leave? I'm not quite sure. Well, there you go.
He won the league. He won the league, yeah. And then he won the league, and then the following season he got sacked.
Well, there you go. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, well, we'll sack you now when you've just won the league and just won the Champions League. But the next season, if you don't do well, then this is what I'm saying. These kind of guys, they don't like losing, man. You know, losing is a bad habit, man. You should never ever want to have that mindset of just keep losing and everything's going to be okay. Like, no. Like, that feeling just ingrains in the football club. It goes right down to the youth level. If the youth teams start saying, "Oh, Real Madrid are losing, they've not won the La Liga," bro, it's not a good look for everyone. So it has to be a continual element of, you know what, we're winning from the youth academy all the way to the top. Like, this has to be that kind of winning mentality. And I think for me, it's mad. Yeah, I'm sure he won the La Decima. Yeah, he won the La Decima, and then he obviously then got sacked. But I just think, you know what, it's crazy how now, you know, now people might see this and think, you know what, sacking managers is also a good thing. It's, you know, if you want to win, sack your manager. Simple. If you want to win.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You have to keep it fresh all the time. Like, somebody said, by that basis, somebody put a comment in earlier saying, by that basis, Fergie would have been sacked. Well, yeah, he would have been sacked. He went 5 years without winning anything. Like, Bayern Munich, he wouldn't have lasted 5 years at Bayern Munich. He wouldn't have lasted 5 years at Madrid. Yeah, he wouldn't have lasted because they would have said, "Bang, you're sacked. You ain't won nothing. See you later." He would have lasted 1 year, if that. Yeah. And
it's crazy, you know, because that goal from that player literally saved his job, and then when he won the FA Cup, you know what I mean. So it's kind of it's mad, you know what I mean. And I watched documentaries, and they said, you know what, that was literally that was the turning point for Fergie, winning a trophy. So what's the common denominator? Winning a trophy.
Mark Robbins.
Yeah, Mark Robbins. There you go. Yeah,
saved his job, mate.
Saved his job. So that's the difference, man. You know what I mean? And that's what separates everyone. Nobody's gonna look at your career and be like, "Yeah, good manager." Nah, man, did you win? That's what.
Mate, this comment as well. Yeah, this is what's interesting. They say they don't want Kane because of Thierry Henry. Yeah, but if you have such high standards, Arsenal must win them. You must. Yeah, mate, I agree. There's no excuses. We've ditched 3 competitions to win this. So if you don't win it, pot him.
Well, there you go.
That's it. Yeah. Get rid of him. He's thrown us out the Europa League and two cups. So if you don't win it, sack him. Then people go, "Oh, that's so negative." Yeah, well, okay, mate. Bayern have just sacked their manager who sat 1 point off top and still in the Champions League and still in the cup. And that is deemed unacceptable. But at Arsenal, the club smashed the stadium down to go and be like Bayern. No, that's negative and toxic. Like, it makes no sense. And somebody put a great comment in saying the main difference, here it is. The main difference is the fans. Bayern and Madrid fans will not tolerate bad performances and make up excuses. If you lost, it's the players and the manager's fault, not VAR or owners out all of a sudden. Absolutely spot on, bro. Yeah, absolutely spot on. If you go back to when Manuel Neuer, in fact, I'm going to find it here because not many people know this, I'm going to find it. Neuer Bayern fans, right? Check this. He came from Schalke, I'm going to find it. Is that it? Yes, I found it. Right. This is the first day, his first ever day at Bayern Munich. Is this it?
Okay.
I don't know if that's it.
Bayern.
No, that's not it. Fuck, I thought it was. Right, well, let me find it. I'll come back to that. Yeah. Basically, basically, he came from Schalke. Not a single Bayern Munich fan wanted him. So while he's warming up to go in goal for the first game at his new club, 80,000 Bayern fans held up white signs with black writing on saying no to Neuer.
Wow.
He's warming up to go in goal, bro. 80,000, the whole lot of them on their feet holding up the banners, no to Neuer. Now imagine Arsenal fans. "Oh, that's so toxic. Oh, you have to back him. Now he's pulled the top on. You have to back him." No, respect is earned, mate. Now Neuer got their respect in the end.
Yeah, of course.
They didn't want him.
I'm surprised he was a top keeper, man. he was unbelievable at Schalke, and I think for me, remember that game where he played against us and he was outstanding. So I'm quite surprised, but then it just shows you again the high standards that they've got. Like, from Oliver Kahn to whatever keeper they had, these guys want the best. So if they see him week in, week out as well, especially for Schalke, and they didn't want him, they've got to be right. Like I said, did you say 51%? You know what I mean? The fan share, you know what I mean? So they've got to say in the football club, man. Again, it's different cultures, Lee. It's different mentalities, different things of when you keep losing, you then say to yourself, right, well, we're not ready to win. You have that kind of almost loser mentality. But if you always keep winning, Lee, it breeds that mentality. It kind of says, you know what? No, we are winning. We're not going to let down. We're not going to budge down for anybody. Like, we're going to keep winning. And that's the difference between, let's say, maybe your fan base and maybe Bayern's fan base, that elite level. But still, Arsenal Football Club are a big club. Yeah. You know what I mean? You are a big club, and that's why you should never change that feeling of you wanting to win. Just because,
bro, check this. That you don't. Look, no to Neuer, the whole stadium were holding these up. 80,000 people, bro. And that was while he was warming up. That was on his debut. Literally, the whole stadium. Mad. Yeah, that was on his debut, man. Look, hero man, shootout, and I think he won him the penalty shootout, but that was on his debut. And the whole stadium were holding them up, mate.
That's mad,
insane, bro. No to Neuer, get him out. We ain't happy with his signing. We don't want him. Get him out. And then he ended up winning them the penalty shootout, and they won. I think it was their equivalent of the Community Shield. Like, he won them that. And this is the madness, yeah. If Arsenal fans did that with Jorginho, for example, no to Jorginho, and all the signs were up, all you'd get is a load of idiots on the internet saying that's toxic, it's negative. He's got the shirt on, back him. Just now he's at Arsenal, we have to back him. No, you don't. You don't. This blindly backing players and managers has got to stop. Yeah. If you don't rate a player, I've said this before. I can't stand Jorginho. Fuck him. Yeah, I will never back him. I don't care if he's wearing an Arsenal shirt. I could not care less. Yeah, I'm not backing him. Yeah, I don't rate him, don't like him, don't care if he scores the goal that gets us the title. I will never rate that guy. Yeah, but that's negative and top. No, it ain't. I just ain't fucking rating him, and I ain't backing him. Yeah, I will never back that guy. Yeah, it's the same with some certain other players come to Arsenal, like average players or crap players that I don't like. I ain't backing them. Yeah, and this is the difference, right? Real Madrid and Bayern Munich will do that. They will boo their players. They will jeer their players. They will throw coins at them. I'm not condoning that. Yeah, but throw coins. And they'll get the white handkerchiefs out and they'll kick off. Why? Because it makes it known that they're not happy as a fan base. Yeah. The online fans ain't sitting there saying all of these Madridistas are toxic. They're all on the same page.
The word toxic is...
Go and read all the comments on Real Madrid's Twitter. Yeah, it's just full of thousands and thousands of overseas non-Spanish fans saying, get Ancelotti out, get him out, get him out, get him out. Not look at what he did for the club. Look at what he done last season. If that was Arsenal or Man United, look at what he's done for the club. Oh, come on, you can't get rid of Wenger. Look what he's done for the club. Like, what? That was years ago. What are you doing for me now?
You know what Wenger's achieved compared to what Ancelotti's achieved? It's crazy, man. But Ancelotti's considered, you know what I mean? And he's literally been told, you can leave as well. Like, it's mad, man. And I think it just comes down to, again, what's the word toxic mean? Does toxic mean you're a hater and you don't want Arsenal to win? Because I just feel like now the way, especially when I was with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is like, you want the club to lose. You're not a real fan. I'm like, bro, but I want the club to win. If anything, I'm more of a real fan than you. And I don't like to use real fan, because there is no real fan. You're either here to support the team or you're not. So I just think for me, it's kind of crazy how
people can't determine the difference between supporting your team on match day and then going in on your club after. So when I wanted Wenger out, I was still going to games. Yeah, I was putting my ticket in. I'd just shut up about Wenger. Yeah, I'd go and watch the game. But as soon as I come out, I'd go on AFTV, rip him apart. You're so negative. Just support the manager and the team. Mate, I did that for 90 minutes. What are you doing? Like, you're sitting at home chatting shit about me. I'm at the game. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like people like that wind me up, Sage, because it's like, it just seems like Arsenal and Man United especially are the two clubs that have got these people infested in their fan bases, that you can't say anything about any player at Man United without thousands of idiots jumping on your case. Yeah, and it's only Arsenal and Man United that have that. And do you know why? Because they're the only two clubs on the planet that have fucking great PR, like top PR. Yeah, they're more interested in shirt sales and sponsorship deals than they are winning on the football pitch.
Facts. Yeah.
This don't happen at Bayern. This don't happen at Madrid. Yeah, this don't happen in Italy. They don't have PR. They're fucking ultras go and storm the stadiums and shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, your ultras are doing drums, man. What's your ultras doing, by the way, with the little drums and that? I was
do you know what? I can't lie. Yeah, I'm going to play this video. I'm going to find it. Yeah, I was showing somebody this yesterday. Like, fair play to these kids. Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, fair play.
Fair play to them, right? Because the atmosphere they've created is fucking lit, bro. Yeah, it is lit. Let me find it. I want to find the video.
Yeah, the comments were funny though, man. But then again, it's like the Arsenal fans.
Big Steve was on Terry's show yesterday saying, "Yeah, look at them. They all think they're CSKA Moscow fans." To be fair, they've made a mad atmosphere. So good luck to them, man.
Yeah, of course. But I just think for me, though,
has been a library for years, mate.
Did they go to away games though? The Ashburton Army. Did they do the things at away games, or is it just home games?
I have no idea, man. To be honest, like I don't know, but. The club, they asked the club a few years ago if they could bring a drum and all of that into the ground. Yeah, and they said and fair play to the club because the club didn't really give a shit before that, but now, bro, they're on it.
Yeah, they're on it.
Let me share the screen.
Share it, man. Oh my god.
But look, this is before kickoff, bro, and then they're doing that in the ground. Fair play to them, man. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of hundred of them maybe. Yeah, but now they're all in the ground with the drum and the noise and the flares. Bro, it makes an atmosphere, man. It makes an atmosphere, man. And when they've got down the pocket, they're right next to the yeah, so it's just pure carnage. That's sick, though, man. I like all this shit. Like when you watch foreign bro, they've always got the drums around. It's good. Guys not even watching the game. It's just on the fucking drum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think you have it's still playing. You have a guy on the megaphone who's facing the crowd. He ain't even watching the game. Then you have the guy on the drum facing the crowd. It's like them two are just there for the atmosphere. Boom, boom,
of course. That's what you need, though. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Get the hype going, man. Get the hype. Yeah. Get the hype going. This is why these European teams, fans, when you watch them on TV, the atmosphere sounds amazing because they have people that are fucking doing what they're doing. Fair play to them kids, man. Fair play to them. The atmosphere at the Emirates was dead. Like dead. You could hear a pin drop, mate. Yeah, so fair play to them. They've made an atmosphere now.
100%, man. You know what's crazy? Like I said, everyone's got ultras, man. Like PSG ultras. You know, there's loads of ultras. I think in the UK, I think Crystal Palace have got an ultra group.
They have a drum. They have a drum and all of that. Palace away is a stick ground, man. I like Palace away.
Palace away is. You know what? That's lit. You know, when the atmosphere gets going in that stadium, Palace is lit, man. I can't lie, but yeah, man, it's funny, man. Like the idea of toxic, it's just it's so vague, but then it's kind of almost like in other countries, like it's seen as, you know what, they want to win. Like I never seen other countries like toxic. It's only in England the word is overused. It's mad. It's absolutely mad.
Again, that's because you don't have puppet journalists on the club's books in other countries. Right? Like Real Madrid have Marca, which is their go-to like puppet one. But even Marca journalists don't sit there, yes, no, free bags full, sir. They actually stick it on them as well in press conferences.
They go in.
Just like they'll behave and they'll get their deals and all the scoops and all of that. They actually stick it on them. Yeah, but in Italy, the journalists, bro, in Italy are savage, mate. I can't lie. They don't give a shit. Like,
them man don't care, man. Them man go in.
In England, it's all yes, no, free bags full, sir. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, like one of our puppet journalists has been gnawing off the club for years. He's now writing Arteta's book.
Yeah.
Like, what? No wonder you've been sucking the club off for 3 years. Do you know what I mean? You want the book deal. That's pathetic, bro. Only in England.
Yeah, 100%. Get the book deal, and then, you know what I mean? You can get all the relevant information. And next thing you know, you sign a nice little book deal. So, like I said, we've got loads of them as well, them journalists that always want things from the football club, and then they don't report what's best for the fans, because the fans want to hear honest opinion. If you're a journalist for Arsenal or for United, we want to hear honest opinion. We don't want to be hearing filter stuff and that and PR stuff. Like, we'd rather go to the club website. If you want to go that, just go to the club website, mate. That's where you're going to get the most PR. You know what I mean?
But it's almost like fans now have almost become the PR machine for the club as well, isn't it? It's like they protect the club at all costs. It's like, but we're 15th, mate. Like when we were 15th for 5 games straight and Thomas Tuchel was sat at home doing nothing, PSG sacked him. I'm like, go and get Tuchel. Go and get Tuchel. Yeah, and it's like, Oh, no, but if you can't see what Arteta's doing, mate, Arteta had us 15th. Yeah. And then people are sitting there and they're saying, no, we can't sack him. It's a process. It's a project. Why? Because the puppet journos have been pushing process and project. Yeah. And these people can't think for themselves, which is why they listen to all these journalists. Yeah. Bro, this only happens with Arsenal and Man United. I don't see this crap at Chelsea.
No, bro, Chelsea want to win. Chelsea don't have that feeling of sentiment towards Man because they know every time there's one there, it goes in a matter of months, like, you know, even less than 2 years. So for me, I just feel like, you know what, like I think once Arsenal start to win, maybe that's when things will start to change. Until that happens, it's gonna keep happening until the idea of you becoming a project it's gonna keep going because it's like it's ingrained in your fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's the thing. Like, if we don't win the league this season, I said this to somebody on Terry's show the other day. Yeah, and I said to him, when is it seen acceptable that we can demand to win a title and the whole fan base is on the same page? When is that going to happen? It ain't. If nobody can answer that question, when does the process come to the end? When does it come to bang? That means we win a title. Maybe this season we win a title. Yeah, but when is it acceptable to demand a title? Because this season, if we don't win it, nobody expected it anyway. If we do win it, he's overachieved. Yeah. So when is it acceptable to actually want that every season and it not be an issue? Nobody can tell me that because it's a never-ending cycle of shit. Yeah. An excuse. Bro, we just sat here 20 minutes talking about Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. That is why Arsenal smashed the stadium down, to be like them. But then I try and act like that and keep the standards up here and keep saying all of this. And it's negative and toxic.
You're negatively, man. You don't know anything about Arsenal. You know what I mean? You go back to watching Tottenham.
That always makes me laugh. Why fuck up down the lane? Mate, you're more suited to Tottenham than I am. You're happy not winning nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It's mad. Before we wrap this up, make sure you smash the likes up, guys. Sub to Sage's channel as well. Let's talk to me about the Glazers, bro. Because I'm hearing them playing a little team of we've got no bids on the table, but we really have.
Bro, it's a bit of a joke. I come off, you know when you go in on the plane, you're like, okay, I'm there. Just before the plane goes, I'm hearing both bids submitted. I'm like, you know what, cool. I'm not going to be on my phone for an hour because obviously you're in the plane, you're in midair. Next thing you know, I come off the plane. I've got about 1,000 messages in here, people bantering me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no bids have actually been submitted. I said, are you taking a piss? Like, what the heck has gone wrong? But apparently, they've given them a kind of almost a deadline, but then there was no deadline because the two guys were given a kind of extension. And I'm just like, hold on a minute. Sky Cave, by the way, he's been absolutely a joke throughout all of this. He's been talking all this nonsense about, this is happening. And then he finds out, oh, well, it's not really happened and they've asked for extension. Then, now I'm hearing there's a guy from Finland who's saying I can buy the club, but I can only buy half. And US fans can pay £3 out of your own money, you know what I mean, to go and pay for the football club. And then now yesterday, so Jim is putting a bid in, but the Qataris are holding back now. I think they might make a bid today. So it's all a bit, I'm just confused. I'm just here to enjoy international break, relax in Paris, no brother, let's get this deal done. And now it's all a bit of a commotion, man. It really, really is. And the Glazers obviously doing this on purpose because they're thinking, you know what, as businessmen, we're going to wait until we see the best bidder. And if we could get a minority stake, which I fear the most, if they can get a minority stake, then they won't leave. As simple as that. Yes, they want the biggest money for it, but if they can still have the football club and have someone funding them, they're going to be like, you know what, interesting. So this is why now. And then this guy here, the Finland guy, saying, oh, well, if there's anyone out there as well, I'm willing to back their bid. So I'm just like, bro, it's all a bit of a madness. Qataris is only what I want because this guy, Jim Radcliffe, I just know he's going to be getting the money but then not clearing the depth out. He's not going to improve the stadium. I just know there's going to be shortcomings with Radcliffe, whereas I know with the Qataris, they're going to be here, elite mentality. You know what the Arabs are like, innit? They don't.
Yeah, man. They're going to make sure that stadium is glistening, bro. Everything you could eat your dinner off the floor and everything. Now there's piss running down the stairs.
Bro, it's true.
You're not the only one with a leaky roof, bro. Our roof's leaking as well. So like...
your roof's leaking as well. You know what, man? I seen that, man. It was madness, man. Especially for a club that
we put some money into the stadium instead of putting it into PR to con a fan base. Like we might actually have a stadium that's up to standards. It's mad. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that Jim Radcliffe's a joker, bro. Yeah, and you've seen what he's doing in France. And the Qataris are first. Yeah, Qataris are first, and he's about 10th.
There you go.
That's
Why is
what
that
you're going
though?
to get at Man United.
But the thing is, yeah, people say to me, "Oh well, the French league is obviously not competitive." Yeah, so why do you, if you're a billionaire, why do you make it competitive then? Why have you only
Yeah,
put 90 million in the last 3 seasons at Nice? Why have you not gotten to this place? Where's the where is your ambition? If you're a billionaire owner, I don't think there's many billionaire owners in the French league. You know what I mean? I don't think there is. So if you're
yeah.
that one of a couple of percentage in there, why are you not making sure you get into the top half of the Premier League or whatnot? So, the French league, I just don't understand it. Then you got Elliott Fund as well. You know, I mean, they're here, but apparently, you know, if you look at what happened to AC Milan over the years, it never worked out over there. So, bro, I just hope here, I'm praying that this isn't meant to be a kind of a madness, because it never goes easy for United fans. And I just hope this is it. Because if we well and truly go and get the Qatari, I can say Man United are on the way back. I can say Man United are going to be ruthless. Going to get all the best players. We're going to be ruthless in winning trophies. And they're going to here to win, no messing around. Whereas the Glazers will be like, you know what? We'll take the Champions League. We'll take that. We'll take a little, no. These guys will come in and they'll want to win, man. So for me, it's going to get sticky, but I just hope the Qataris don't feel like, you know what, we can't be asked with these. You know what, sometimes you feel like, yeah, man, you lot are just taking a piss here, man. I wear out, man. They might do that. There's a possibility, because if you've got an interest here in something and you're doing everything you can to make sure it's possible, but at the same time, they're holding you back. They're trying to tell you lies. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. Surely you're going to get pissed off and think, you know what? Is this even worth it? All this hassle? Like for what we're doing, like we could just go maybe invest somewhere else. PSG owners might leave and they might go take them. So yeah, man, it's just, I hope they stay. I hope, like I said, they keep doing what they're doing, and they just somehow find out a way. You know what, Jim Radcliffe will pull him out the water. But at the same time, they're thinking, you know what, $6 billion is enough. We're not going to pay you more than that. Like apparently they're still short of the valuation. Both of them are still short of what the Glazers want. That's what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, apparently they want around 6 billion. Is it worth 6 billion? I don't know.
You know,
because
but you've got to do a lot,
at
though.
least to do up all the stadium and all like the surrounding areas and all of that. Like
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's
going to
cost $8 billion.
It's now 7 or 8 billion. Right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's why I'm just like, it's still a massive football club. It's still a lot to do. But also, you got to remember, if you're going into that project or whatever you're doing, you've got to have an aim of, you know what are we going to do now? How much is it going to cost when we go there? So I just feel like they're bumping up the club, man. It was what, 4 billion when the Saudi owners were coming in. Apparently, they wanted 4.5 billion. I think the Saudi ones only wanted 3 billion. They wanted to give 3 billion. They said no. So it's like, how much do you want, man? Like, there's asking, but you're taking a mick now. You know them ones where you're like, okay, but now you're taking a mick, really. So,
and the thing is, see, like if you're talking in billions, like, the difference between 4 billion and 6 billion is the cost of another football club. Like,
there you go.
Arsenal is probably around 2 billion. Yeah, they could go and buy Arsenal for the difference from 4 to 6 billion. Like,
you know what it is, though?
That's how insane levels of money it is. They could go and buy a whole nother football club with that extra difference.
Yeah, but you know what it is, though? I feel like for me, though, when you look at Man United, it's a massive football club, but I don't know if it's worth 6 billion, though, because we haven't won anything in how many years? Our training ground is a shithole. Our stadium is leaking. Facilities are not there. We need a new structural football club, so that means new directors, new everything. Like, you're gonna have to just literally start the football club again. Obviously, we still got that mentality. We want to win, but at the same time, there's a lot to do. You're not just kind of, putting a little plaster on the wall, and it's not just a case of that. Like, you, man, are taking a mick. You have invested in the football club for the last 17 years, but all of a sudden you want 6 billion, and then we have to do everything on top.
They didn't even use their money, did they? They got a loan to buy the football club, didn't they?
There you go.
So, which is cool. I get that. That's what businessmen do. But at the same time, I think they paid 800 million for it.
Yep, 700.
Yeah, 700 billion. I know things go up in time, but Man United are going up in value according to the Glazers, whilst getting lower and lower and lower in terms of trophies. It's like, it don't make sense, bro. For me personally, Man United is probably worth about 4.5. That's what I'd say, about 4.5. So if they bid 5, just fucking take 5.
But they're waiting for other people
to come forward. They don't want to sell it full. They want to keep control, bro. Yeah, and that's why Jim Radcliffe's dangerous, because that Jim Radcliffe, will go and bow down to their terms. Yeah,
of course.
They want all or nothing.
They want all or nothing, and he'll say, all right, then let's have that. But for me, though, if they don't sell, man, it could be World War III out there. I really do. You thought them protests were ugly. Just imagine when they stay and they don't actually sell, bro. It's gonna be madness, madness.
Yeah, it's true, man. Big up to Sophie as well. She said, if we sacked Arteta when we were at our lowest, we might have already won the Premier League. People will act like Arteta is the only one who can win with Arsenal.
There you go.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. It's true, isn't it? But they're more invested in the manager than they are the football club. And that is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem with English football fans or fans that support English football clubs. They're more invested in an individual at that football club than the football club. Like, they'll rep a player no matter how crap he is because he had one good performance 4 years ago. Yeah, and anytime you say he's crap, you've got an agenda. No, I ain't. I call that constantly crap performances. Yeah, but then when that player suddenly decides to play well for 2 or 3 games in a row, and you say great performances, you're a flip flop. Like, you can't win, bro. Like, literally, it's the same shit. I get it all the time. I've sat since AFTV days 7 years ago saying compete for a league title and I'll shut up. Compete for the title, I'll shut up. Yeah, now we're competing for the title. I'm enjoying it. I'm a flip flop. Mate, I've been saying the same thing for 8 years.
This is the thing, though. Win the title and shut me up. Win the Champions League and everyone's happy. And all of a sudden, be like, well, you don't deserve to win the league. You've been negative. Well, that's what I've been wanting.
You don't deserve to be there in the good times if you didn't support us in the bad times. Shut up. Who makes this crap up, bro? Like, what are you talking about, mate? I've been going fucking up and down the country, all around the world watching this club. I've done fucking hundreds of thousands of pounds watching it. And if Arsenal win it, I'm celebrating. And ain't no one stopping me, bro. Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
you know what? It's mad. Like, but you shouldn't be here when we win. I said, listen, man, I was here when we won. You weren't. And I'm here when we're winning again. So we deserve this after 19 years of not seeing anything. Come on, man.
Yeah, facts.
You're crazy.
It's good. And do you know what makes me laugh? It's the ones like obviously fans are different ages, different backgrounds, different countries and all that. But it's the ones that are young, like under 25, that have never seen us win a title, never been to England, let alone the game, and then want to chat shit. It's like, mate, if I wanted to, like, that's almost like me saying, right, I want to know about basketball or baseball. Yeah. I'm not going to go and find somebody other than an American. Yeah. I'm not going to go and sit there and go, right, well, I'm going to listen to him or her. Yeah. But they're from England. If I'm going to learn about baseball, I'm going to go and watch an American channel.
Where it originated from.
Basketball or baseball better than an English person because they've been going week in, week out for 40 years or 30 years. I'm going to go and get my knowledge from that person. Yeah, but on the internet with football, it's only football this happens, bro. Yeah. Somebody that's been week in, week out, supported the club 30 odd years. Yeah. No, you're negative. You're toxic. You're a scumbag. You're a fake fan. And I'm being told that by a 17-year-old who's never been to a fucking game in his life. You're fake. Well, because I don't rep the manager that you want to suck off. Like, get in the bin. Like, get in the bin. It's mad, bro. It's mad. It's only English football clubs that have this issue. Only English football clubs. Bro. I said this,
I'm saying, nowhere
every
else.
time Real Madrid lose, I go and get their the link for their Twitter for the tweet where it says we've lost the game or whatever, yeah. And I just pull it out on my Insta every time with a link. I say this is a proper club. They've got probably more fans than any club on the planet.
Yeah,
right? 99.9% of their fans are not Spanish, right? So when you go on Twitter and you look at all the comments, 99.9% of them are not Spaniards, but the standards are still up here. Yeah, but when they Arsenal lose and it's 99% not English. Yeah, the standards are in the fucking gutter. Oh, but the ref, VAR, and it's a disgrace. No, fucking bullshit. Call it out, man. And this is why our clubs have been in the gutter for so long, bro, because we've got way too many fans online that just accept crap because they've never seen anything other than crap. Like, if you think you ain't won a league for 10, 11 years, right? So you have to be about 18 years old to remember Man United last winning the league. Like, and to see Arsenal last win the league, you've got to be touching 30. You've got to be maybe mid-20s now.
Mid-20s, easy mid-20s.
These people are then sitting there telling people that have seen it all that we're negative because we want it all again. Mate, the only reason half these people support Man United or Arsenal is because we were winning. Like, let's be real with it. Yeah, you ain't going to go pick the team that's losing every week, are you? When you're a kid, you pick the team that's winning. It's mad.
It's true. It's true, man. It's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. Football is just heading in a weird direction, man, where people now are starting to kind of look at you and say, "Oh, well, you said you don't deserve this, and you're not a proper fan, man. You're not a proper fan, Lee. You're not a proper fan."
This is a great comment. 8 years ago, they were underage to even listen to you. Now they're grown. They think they know it all. Facts. Absolute facts, bro. Yeah, you're a fake fan. You're fake. Oh, really? Why is that? Because I don't rate the manager. He's a paid employee, mate. Yeah, like,
there you go.
We need to start treating these players and managers like paid employees. Because I'll tell you saying, yeah, I've supported this club 30 odd years. The only person I think, I may be wrong, but the only person that is still at this football club that was here when I started supporting it is David O'Leary. He's the ambassador.
Yeah.
He's the only one. All the players are come and gone. All these legends behind me ain't here anymore.
No.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Nope.
And it's like, this is where people get so emotionally attached to a footballer or a manager. Yeah, that it's like a personal attack on a family member if you slag that manager off. It's like, fucking get in the bin, mate. You might not be here next week. Like, but then they get so emotionally invested in that it's only he can do better. And then they ask you a question. I got asked the other day, well, if you sack Arteta, who would you get? I said, don't matter who I'd get, because any manager I put forward, you're going to rip apart anyway. Like, so I'll say Simeone. Oh, he plays shit football. Yeah, I can say he's a dinosaur. Look what he did at Everton. Like, always an excuse with it. So it's like, okay, so if Arteta does eventually leave at some point, go to Real Madrid or Barca, what, should we fold the club?
Yeah.
Like, because there's nobody better, apparently. So if he leaves, is he then a snake because he's left? Like, is this how it works? This is so fucking backwards. It's mad. Anyway, I'm getting angry now, man. Let's wrap this up before I flip. Big up to everybody in here, man. Make sure you smash the like button. There's still nearly 900 in it. Make sure you are subscribed to Saeed TV. The link is in the title. And make sure you hit the pinned comment in the chat. Go and check that video out. Apparently, Oasis may be getting back together. I did a video on it yesterday.
Come on.
That'd be lit, bro. I can't lie. I see them at Main Road when I was 14. Yeah.
I remember when I was young. Yeah, I remember I was young.
If they get back together, I don't care. If they come to Spain or Portugal, I don't give a shit how much it is on there. I am there, boy. I am there. But yeah, it'd be sick. But big up to everyone inside, man. I'll be back again on the second channel within the next hour. I'll have a video out. I'm going to talk about Tyson Fury being a dosser and blaming Usyk when we all know it's blatantly him. So I'm going to do a video on that. I think Usyk's got to fight Dubois now, maybe. I think. I don't know. Mandatory, I think it's Dubois.
That should be a good fight.
Yeah, Daniel Dubois is decent, man, but Usyk could finish him quite quick, I think.
Yeah, he could finish him.
Yeah, he's not that level, Dubois, but he's a good fighter. But yeah, man, I'm going to do a video on that, and then I'll be back again later tonight with an upload on transfer news on here. So keep your notifications on. Sub to Saeed TV. What you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, man, I got a show with Grizz at 5 p.m, man. So tune in 5 p.m. For the show there, man. But big up, always love, man. Always comments.
Oh shit, yeah, hilarious. I'm on with rants at 5 o'clock as well. I forgot.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go, man. We're out of here, people. Have a wonderful Friday. I'm off to Marbella to get some lunch. Adios, amigos.
You're in the mud, apparently.
I'm in the mud, mate. Hey, listen, if they bring my chips out and they're cold, I'm going to tell them they're toxic and negative. Yeah, and they're just going to say to me, trust the process. I said the process was to bring warm food out, hot food, mate, not cold food, yeah? Right. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm paying top dollar for this. We're out of here, people.
Love, man.